Okay, we can start. So I was asking, what is the genetics? So last time we said that genetics is the study of what? Inheritance, right? Yes. But genetics is the study of inheritance. That's the simplest definition we can give, right? So I first have exam at what's genetics. So I said genetics is the study of inheritance. All together. So the inherited information are being transferred from parents to offspring, right? Kutoka kwa parents bana kubera kuli imwe. Example like some features, maybe menso, blood group, what else? Height, what else? What other features are being transferred from parents to offspring? Complexion, what else? Na both sides? Kakona po imwe mwana no ndo watoka ni vidumbu. Venangwe. So okay, body mass, complexion, it is what else? The type of hair, type of hair, okay, so all those things, so are being transferred from parents to offspring, So genetics is the study of inheritance. If one can say the control, the transmission of the inherited information, So we go to genetics all together. Good. Then from here we'll now go to variation. What's variation, people? What's variation? So variation, these are similarities, and differences, among the species of the same area together. So variation, these are similarities and the differences among the species all together in the same ecosystem. So variation. These are the similarities, the differences, and also the similarities, among the organisms of the same species, altogether. Then there are two types of variation altogether. We have continuous variation and discontinuous. And so we're saying that variation, these are the similarities and the differences among the organisms of the same species. Then there are two types of variation, which is continuous variation and discontinuous variation. Right? So variation, organisms in the same species, they have differences. For example, like blood group. Do you know blood group? You know blood group, right? What's your blood group? Oh, just because only. Oh. What about you, Mangala? B. Venangu, your blood group? AB. Okay, Venangu. At D. Okay, there's no D. So examples of differences and similarities within the organisms in the ecosystem. We have example like blood group. What else? The complexion, the way we look. Example like myself, I'm very handsome. Which dark in complexion. So complexion, apart from blood group complexion, what else? The height. What else? The eye color. What else? Sex, Sex, either be male or female. What else? What else? What else? Kama iko vile ngaini. Tongue rolling, kupetika rolling, so many. Tongue rolling, What else? Aikata maudara. Horns, Mtamaseko va mbuzo ng'ombe, so many. Horns, good. What else? What else? Foot size, Good. What else? Foot size answer part, so many. What else? Yeah, the teeth arrangement, so many. What else? So there are many. So all those things, we have things that can be changed. Having an example like weight. As you can see, my weight as at now is about 60 kg. myself 60 kg. But if you're starting eating well, my weight can go to what? To 105 kg. Which means weight can change. Weight can change. Right? Even the complexion, I'm dark in complexion. I have chocolate color women. But maybe in the next 2 weeks, if I want, I can be brown. Like some of you Mazero, yes, can be brown, yeah. Can be brown. Why? Because the Amazon whatever. Out together. So those things can be changed. Then again, we have things that cannot be changed. Out together. For example, like blood group. You know blood group, right? Can blood group change? No. Even if you eat what type of meal we eat, whatever, you can do anything, but the blood group cannot be changed. Cannot be changed. Out together. So thing that cannot be changed. Or blood group. What else? The sex. Sex can change it. If you're male, continue being male. What else? The color of the eyes, women. Even the mahon zaya, the element of the horns, women. Good. So have the sexy, the blood group, the color of the horns. What else?
The shape of the nose.
The shape of the nose.
Can be changed. Yes, it can be changed.
Okay. What else? What else? The height. The height can be changed. Height can be changed. What else? What else? What about intelligence? Intelligence, it falls where? It can be changed.
Yes.
It can be changed, right?
Yes.
Intelligence can be changed, right? Yes. So all those things. So in short, you have things that can be changed and things that cannot be changed, right? That's why I'm saying that variation is grouped into two categories: continuous and discontinuous. Right? So now we need to understand what is continuous, what is discontinuous. Continuous. All together. So we are saying that continuous variation. This is a type of variation where characteristic has main intermediate forms between two extremes. So in short, here there is no clear-cut difference among the organisms. So continuous variation, the type of variation where there is no clear-cut difference among the organisms of the same species. Altogether, in short, these they change. These they change. These they change. Example like intelligence. What else? The height. The complexion, what else? The body size, they can be changed. Those that are continuous variation. So, examples of continuous variation we have the height, the complexion, the body mass, etc. Then what causes continuous variation? What causes continuous variation? Some people, when they come here in Lusaka, fiwe uzapeza katikala ya ukapenda complexion, ukapenda menso uzakala brown, but when I release to unakala black because of change of what? The climate, environment. So there's some factors that can affect continuous variation. So number one is influenced by the environmental factor. Such as that. Because maybe but when you come bread, which means the weight that I reduce. So influenced by the environmental factors such as the dirt, the climate, it is all together good. Then when you go to other factor, controlled by main genes or controlled by main pair of alleles or polygenic control. Some people are being controlled by 8 of genes. But this year, I want to have ukamdaba futi ni gene uja aoneka vinangu after 5 years ni gene uja baba ndio wachinja so men but when I'm tukatenga futi wako dar maybe 5 years from now, I mean 5 years ago kuna pesa kati mwenzi same. True or false? True. Right. So some people that have got my polygenic genes, which means their growth is controlled by main pair of genes. One pair when they change together. So controlled by main genes, controlled by main pair of alleles or polygenic control. So these are the factors that influence or that causes continuous variation. Then the graph for continuous variation like this. The graph like this, it can go up and also come down. Example like weight. Weight can increase rapidly. At the same time again it can come down. Not together. Show that it can change, can increase and also reduce. So all these are under continuous variation. So any question on continuous variation? I said continuous variation, type of variation, where there's no clear-cut difference among organisms of the same species. In short, these they change altogether. Example like weight, which is the body mass. Apart from that, intelligence, the foot size, sapato size, machinja muzvaga. Makala mukaina sapato ipi itabandi nai. Which part ukaina leve ina ukachapa na hivi. Which part on the human body? Because having a problem. It's okay, we proceed. It's okay. So all those things that can be changed, they're under continuous variation. Then now we go to discontinuous variation. So this type of variation where there's a clear-cut difference among the organisms. Or matengana tashi so mtengana natural stand here I mean na shapa. Unazimia zote mgwile so we can even tell that this is the female male. So men you can even know that this is mangala, this is what mangala. Ma? You know it, mommy. So we have got things that can be changed and that cannot be changed, right? So vitamins machine, for example, like blood, you know blood group, right? Blood group cannot be changed, right? So those are under discontinuous variation. In short, discontinuous variation type of variation where there is clear cut, discontinuous. Continuous variation. There is a clear cut difference among the organisms. Example, sex, what else? Mahon Ziang Mumbaja, the eye color, what else? Blood group, what else? Tongue rolling, tongue rolling, particular rolling. Like that, yeah. Tongue rolling. Man, sounds like that. Don't shut. Ah, manga, you know. No, I just want to chat. You know him. Good. You know those who can do technology. Look, those people. This is how you see even the kids. These are good kissers. You know, they're able to run their tongues when kissing. You don't. You size mama. You can't, you know, for what you balance. So it's you can't go back the so that's why balance. Okay, so all these are examples of discontinuous variation. Tongue rolling, it is out together. Good. Then we have got some factors that affect that causes discontinuous variation. Number one.
Controlled by one or two pairs.
So in short, it's opposite to continuous. Yes. Controlled by what? One what? Pair of genes. Yes. Good. So controlled by one pair of genes. Apart from that, what else? Lack of environment factors or influence. Good. So those are the factors that affect discontinuous variation. For example, can you state some factors that affect discontinuous variation? Then this one, it's not the graph like this one, but it's just a bar like this. It can come like this, all together, like this. So you see a diagram like this. Just know that it's for discontinuous. This one is for continuous. So they can ask you what type of variation is part A and part B. So this one is what? Discontinuous. This one? Continuous. Apart from that, can you give an example of this type of variation? Tongue rolling, yes. Also sex, yes. This one? Yes. Good. Apart from that, I can ask you, can you give two factors that can affect type of variation A? Lack of what? Environmental factor.
Yes.
What else?
Controlled by
One pair of gene. Yeah. Good. So any question, family?
No question.
Question, math. Gladys. Am I boss? So can I proceed?
Yes.
This is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Adband okay. Fusa no savela soni. Adband. Atinanga step za chaband. Clear? So the next part is pay attention here. We go to the chromosomes type. Chromosome. The chromosomes. We go to the chromosomes, eh? What is the chromosome? Question about example. Define chromosome. What is the chromosome? Who can try? What's the chromosome? Try. What's the chromosome? Don't try. Don't try. What's the chromosome? Anyone to try?
Chromosomes are DNA threads found in the nucleus.
Benangu. What's the chromosomes? What's the chromosome? What's the chromosome? So talk about the chromosome, right? So chromosomes, these are DNA thread-like structure. So these are DNA thread-like structure that are responsible for storing the innate information in form of genes. So these are the thread-like structure. So a chromosome is a thread-like structure or DNA thread-like found in the nucleus and responsible for storage of inherited information in form of genes. So, but what's a chromosome? A chromosome is a DNA thread-like structure found in the nucleus and responsible for storage of inherited information in form of gene. Which means my chromosomes, they store the inherited information, which is gene. So which means if you want to find gene, you can find gene where in the chromosome, right? So chromosomes like this, like this, like this, like this. This is just a structure chromosome. Right? Are together? So then pakata we call them centromere. Centromere together. Then these are chromata. Chromata. Are together? Then these chromata that are found on the same side, we call them sister chromata. Sister chromata. Right? Example like this one and this one are in the same location. So they're called sister chromata. So in short, we're saying that so this is a chromosome. So in the chromosome, this is why you can find a gene. So genes are found in the chromosome, chromosomes all together at exact point called the locus. So it means genes are found where in the chromosome? At exact point called locus. So my genes are physical chromosome. And the place or location where genes are located in the chromosomes is called the locus. All together. So where are genes located? Genes are found in the chromosomes, so exact point where locus came from location all together. So define a chromosome. So a chromosome is a DNA thread-like structure found in the nucleus and is responsible for storage of inherited information in form of gene. So it means in the chromosome, this is why you can find a gene at the exact point called locus. All together. So to come back, chromosome is a thread-like structure all together that contain information called gene. What we call the inherited information. And this information are passed on from guardian or from parents to offspring. Out together to the children. Out together, we call them a gene. Out together. You have a point, Good. Then I said that the chromatids that are found on the same side like this one, we call them sister chromatids. Clear? Good. Is this point clear? Then, since the definition is clear, we are saying that a chromosome is a DNA thread-like structure found in the nucleus and responsible for storage of inherited information in form of a gene. Apart from that, we need to know that chromosomes found where in the nucleus. That's why DNA is very expensive. For you to locate a gene, first we need to go in the cell. From the cell we go to nucleus, then nucleus, chromosome, then now locus, then you find me now. You're watching. What's the point there? Which is DNA now? DNA. DNA meaning what? DNA stands for what? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. All together? So it's clear. So now we go to the chromosome number. So each organism has got what we call the specific number. For example, each organism, we have specific number of chromosomes, right? For example, even plants. Example like the human being, the total number of chromosomes is what? 46. Good. 46 chromosomes. Number we number 100. So I'm saying that the number of chromosomes in each cell of a particular species of organisms is fixed. So which means the number is fixed. Note that there are two kinds of cells in organisms that reproduce sexually, namely somatic cell. So somatic cell and what? This we call them cell body. Then and what? And gamete, which is sex cell. So talk about a sex cell. We'll talk about a gamete. A gamete example like a sex cell example like egg, right? Egg or sperm. All together. So I'm saying that the number of chromosomes in the cell of each particular species is fixed. Note that there are two kinds of cells in organisms that reproduce sexually, namely somatic cells, which is body cells, and the gamete, which is what? Which is the sex cell, right? So the number of chromosomes in each somatic cell is called diploid. So this number is called diploid or diploid. Di means two, ploid. Di means two together. Then this one is to be called now monoploid. Right? Mono means what? One. All together, one, right? Like this. All together. So the somatic cell is also called diploid number, which is two altogether. Kind of n plus n is what? 2n. This is 2n altogether. This is just n. Altogether is just n. Right? And so, mathematics. For example, during sex intercourse, you have mother and father. So a mother example is what you call an egg. So egg now sperm then egg together. So from the mother, this egg will produce 23 what? 23 chromosomes altogether. So this number here we call it monoploid. Mono means one altogether. Monoploid. Then the father also 23 altogether. This number is also what you call monoploid. Altogether monoploid. Which means from the gamete here, from the gametes, this gamete, this also gamete altogether. Then now when you join these two now, you add them, you have what? 46. This now will be called what? Will be diploid number. This now we call it what you call the somatic cell. So it means in the somatic cell, the number is double twice, which is 2n. So n plus n. So you say n plus n is equal to the diploid number, which is 2n altogether. So for example, if you have 23, here 23, when you add them, you get 46, which is the diploid number for the somatic body cell. Monoploid is half altogether. So half ni monoploid, which means number imozi icho is actually ku egg na ku sperm kuja. Then I combine when they combine they form what you call the double number, which is diploid number altogether, which is 46. Right? So how many chromosomes are in the somatic cell of a human being? Answer Nzinga. Somatic. 46, right? How many chromosomes are there in the sex cell or gametes of human being? 23 altogether. Yeah. So it means 23 is for the gamete. Then the double number now is what? 46 altogether. Good. So sometimes they can say the somatic, the number of chromosomes in the somatic cell of this organism is 20 altogether. Can you find the number of chromosomes in each gamete? So gamete is gamete. 10, which means divide by 2 altogether. Yeah. So for the gamete is half, which is this one. Is half altogether, which is this one. For somatics, double altogether. Don't forget this point. You make a point, yeah. So we are saying that the number of chromosomes in each cell is called diploid number, and the symbol is 2n. The number of chromosomes in each gamete is called monoploid or half, which is haploid. It can also be called haploid, which is half haploid. Which is half haploid, which is haploid half. And the symbol is N. The haploid number is always half of the diploid number in a given species. Then the example we have the species and the number of chromosomes each organism contains. So species, human being, the diploid number for human being is what? The diploid number is what? Diploid number 46, huh? Haploid half
23.
Then for rat, diploid in 4 times. Yes. Then the haploid 20. For a fruit fly 8, which is the diploid. Yes. Then for haploid 4. Then for the onion, diploid number, double number is what? 16. And haploid number
8.
Then for tomato
24.
Half of that 12. So all these are just a few examples of the fixed numbers of chromosomes. So any question on how to find the number of chromosomes in the gamete in the somatic cell? Any question? Okay, any question? Okay, you understand? You understand? It's clear? Yes, yes. Okay, the numbers, not really, but for human being, I think so can know them. For human being, human being, yeah, they can ask you, or can you state the number of chromosomes? Total number of chromosomes in a human being. 46, Then in the gamete, each gamete, when they are together, yeah, for human being can memorize it. It's very important, in fact. Are together? Good. Any question? Man, yes, my ask. Mami, not to come kabla matu na imwe. Wewe bala simuza tsa love you answer. Come on, Jabe. Ukambi that's my ask.
So last time you said people with Down syndrome have more chromosomes.
Yeah, okay, that one.
Listen, compared to a normal person, what of dwarfs?
That one is different.
It's different.
Yeah, so that one in terms of the in terms of number of chromosomes, Down syndrome, that one we do it later. It's there on the on mutation, So as you do mutation, the last part we'll discuss it, what causes mutation altogether, and the two types of mutation altogether. So as we proceed, we'll do it. Yes. Is it just same? Chimol means one. So you can say monoploid or haploid. Together. So it's just same. Monoploid or haploid, just same. He means half. Why? Half number. Right? So monoploid. This one is diploid. Two together. Any question? But any question? People don't understand this topic. Otherwise, it's very important. So I can proceed. Okay. So we go to the next part, which is the nuclear division. No, can you get that? I don't know.
Mitosis and meiosis.
So we go to mitosis, some say mitosis. Top exam, they can ask you what is mitosis. Who can try to give us the definition? What's mitosis? Who can try? What's mitosis? Yes.
This is the type of division that results in the formation of two daughter cells that are diploid and genetically identical from one diploid parent cell.
Okay. So mitosis is the cell division that occur to produce two identical daughter cells. Are together? The cell division that occurs to produce two identical daughter cells. It's only daughter in biology, there's no son. So, the cell division that occurs to produce two daughter cells. For example, we have 2N. Have 2N here together. So this cell will divide to produce two identical. Also identical means same way. To have 2N here and 2N here. Two identical daughter cells. So the cell division that occurs to produce two identical daughter cells is what you call mitosis. So mitosis is the cell division that occurs to produce two identical daughter cells. So and these cells, they look identical, they look same altogether. Example of 2N here. So 2N does produce but it produces two identical daughter cells. So 1, 2 here. So these are identical daughter cells. So we call it mitosis. So mitosis is the cell division that results into formation of two identical daughter cells. Why? Or the cell division that occurs to produce two identical daughter cells. We call it mitosis. What together? Is it clear? Yamveka? Okay. Then there's also this keyword, from one diploid parent cell. Parent cell, what? Okay, parent cell, okay, for example, if you have n plus n here, this is your 2n. So I mean, these 2n now, they produce now 2 identical. So 2n, 2n. So this is what we call mitosis. All together? Then we have got what we call the stages of mitosis. As for me, I memorize them using the word IP match. IP match. This is interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telephase. All together? Interphase. This is prophase. This is metaphase. Anaphase. Telephase. These are the stages. These are the stages of. For example, for this cell, for this daughter cell to form. Example, this is a prime cell. Why? This parent cell maybe to start katabwanji mukati muja kazamu chako divide pano mwana kwa idai kacha divide pano panono futi futi kama kwa kafuminga okena mkumbali ukumbali plus manje ya ngarakwati kufuminga gonso kuna kuvangara gonso so plus manje bacha divide manje bangara so manje like this plus manje bangara manje 1 so these are just stages. So interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telephase. So these are just stages. Kwa tuma kulia from maybe from kamona kangono kamusabo zingati paka kakula. So these are just stages. So interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and the telephase. Then I'll try to send the diagram. I know in this book there's no clear diagram here. I'll try to send the diagram, which explain very well on the interphase, on the prophase. A metaphase, example, what happens here is much can happen para style. So example, like one but per prophecy here, the following event take place, the movement of centrioles to oppose all the cells, the appearance of the spindle fibers from the centrioles, disappearing of nuclear membrane and nuclear. So I'll set the diagram which explains almost all this part. Right? So in short, these are the stages of mitosis. Sometimes they can ask you what comes maybe after metaphase. So you need to know that anaphase. As for me, I memorize it using the word IP match. All together? So then from there we need to understand what are the importance of mitosis. Why mitosis? So mitosis is very important, and it's also memorized by the word what we call Mr. Rag. Mr. what? Mr. Rag. So the importance of mitosis can be memorized by the word Mr. Rag. So there's growth. So mitosis is very important because number one is used for growth, regeneration, asexual production, e.g. binary fusion in amoeba, maintaining genetic stability, and also the replacement of cells. So, what are the importance of mitosis? Number one, for growth. Number two, regeneration. Number three, asexual production. Number four, maintaining genetic stability. Number five, replacement of cells. All together? Then I'll go to the last part for today, which is a reduction division, which is a meiosis. This is meiosis. Some say meiosis. So meiosis, this is a type of division where one diploid parent cell produces 4 daughter cells. that haploid and genetically different from the parent cell. So these are, in short, where one parent produces 4 daughter cells which are different from the parent. For example, we have 2 N here, but the offspring here there will be N. As you can see, these are different from the parent. So which means meiosis produces 4 daughter cells which are identical, different from the parent. In short, phenotype different. That's why you can, this is the haploid, but this is the monoploid. As you can see, 2N vapsana, so they are different from the parent. Come together. So this is we call it meiosis. Question about define meiosis. So we are saying that it's type of nuclear division where one diploid parent cell produces 4 daughter cells that is haploid and genetically different from the parent cell. All together? Yeah. Good. Is it clear here? Then it has got some importance again, which is the formation of gametes, which is sex cell. Apart from that, it contributes to the genetic variation due to crossing over and the random assortment of chromosomes. So, what's the importance of meiosis? So, number one was saying that it contribute to genetic variation. Kind of different. This is job mwana wasema exactly by at kuliko kwati ine so amebanga. Biko different 9 mwana point hai. So at least 9 funa ngala kuna mboto ina food just like that, nemo ngala kuna mboto ina just like that hai. So there's variety in variation hai. Apart from that, formation of gamete to sex cell. Then again, stages food na stages kuna hivi kuli IP match. Metaphase 1, prophase 1, it is every kufaka kuma 1. Tabela point eh? Example like IP match. So I have interphase 1, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telephase 1. Right? Just add my 1. What like popo 1, popo 2, popo 3 women, so it is so even this we put 1. All together? Good. So today we have defined meiosis, mitosis, the chromosome. What else? The number of chromosomes in each organism is fixed, and somatic cell means the total number. Then haploid number means half. What else? Variation, the types of variation, types of variation and examples. And also the factors that affect variations. Any question? So next time now we go to the important terms on genetics. So these are very important terms, and they help us now to draw the genetic diagrams. So once you miss here, and so don't miss on this part because ma terms ezakamba ma terms ma chromosomes, ma genes, ma phenotype, genotype, dominant, they help you to understand the genetic diagram. So very important. Don't miss this part. Very important. Not today, but next meeting for biology. Evening, come and do these things that okay, we're doing the same thing now. So if one can miss. Together. So any question?
So now we'll be doing some topic in the morning and then.
But it doesn't make sense.
It does kind of some of what I'm saying.
Together. Any question?